Hi, Brazil. This is Josh from 21 Pilots, and you're listening to 89 FM, the Radio Rock.
Fala galera, beleza? Eu sou o Wendell Correia e hoje eu vou conversar com o Josh Dano, baterista do 21 Pilots. Inclusive já tem outros vídeos de outras entrevistas que a 89 fez com ele. Procura aí no YouTube da Rádio Rock para assistir depois. Agora o bate-papo vai ser principalmente para trocar ideia sobre o novo álbum Scale Nem Nice que o 21 Pilots está lançando em maio de 2021. Vamos trocar essa ideia então com exclusividade para 89 a Rádio Rock.
Hi Josh, how are you, man? How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine. This is the fifth time I'm interviewing you. Always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, likewise. Good to see you again.
Last time we talked was on Lollapalooza Brazil 2019, and what was one of the most memorable concerts of the festival. What do you remember from that day?
Man, I festivals are a whole nother thing, and they're I think really one of Tyler and I's favorite types of shows to play. There's just there's so much kind of excitement and energy and anticipation at a festival, but also realizing that people have been seeing music all day and perhaps all weekend, and so then that I think we understand that there's a little bit of maybe there's some fatigue that people are experiencing from just being around music all day. And performances, and so we really feel like we want to try and reset that kind of energy and definitely being a source of excitement. But I just remember there just being so much energy and electricity, and it was definitely one of my favorite shows I think that we've ever done.
Yeah, man. And you speak in Portuguese that day. Do you still remember any word in Portuguese?
Oh my gosh. Man, that's what's funny is a guy who runs our lights, he texted me a few months ago and he was like, "Hey, what all do you remember from just dozens of different countries of speaking the language?" And I'll be honest, I don't remember a lot. It was I found that it was more of a challenge than I realized, and so people I think like you who are multilingual, I have a lot of respect for, because I would I'd learn tiny clips, a little bit of kind of each language, and realize that it was a challenge. So I definitely have a lot of respect for you for that.
Yeah, man. Portuguese is not an easy language to speak. I understand you. And since that year, you released 2 new songs, Level of Concern and Christmas Saves the Year, and now you are releasing the new album, Scale and Icy. How was the process of writing and recording this album?
Well, it was definitely it was different than in the past. I think just a lot of it is because the challenges of working remotely is really having to fully rely on technology. So there's nothing quite like working with somebody face to face, because you don't run into unstable internet or for whatever reason, when you're just in the same room with somebody. I do feel like the technology that we have now is better than ever, and if we were to have to work remotely 5 or 6 years ago, I don't know if it would be possible to the degree that it is now. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was a pretty nice process overall, and kind of really gave us freedom in some ways to just make this album exactly what we wanted it to be.
And that has a lot of upbeat tracks. A lot of these tracks, I believe, is going to be a huge hit for 21 Pilots. Which ones are going to be a single or official video? Could you review it yet?
Well, yeah, thanks. I feel like this album is a little bit it's a little bit more upbeat, a little brighter in sound, and I think a lot of it's just because of it just feels like that's kind of how what we were feeling, what we personally wanted from music, especially given the past year and a half, is a little bit of hopefulness sounding. And so, yeah, the first song that we released is called Shy Away. One of our most upbeat songs that we probably even have. And then the next song that we're going to release is a song called Choker. Another pretty upbeat and kind of brighter sounding song that I'm loving. I feel really excited about kind of the overall sound and vibe of this album.
It's your favorite track, Joker?
I don't know. It's tough. I say it a lot, but I think my favorite song of ours, changes from week to week. Yeah, there's a couple songs. I mean, Shy Away is one of my favorite songs on the album. There's a song called Saturday that I really love, and Choker. Yeah, I'm hoping people like this album. I know that I'm personally enjoying it.
Yeah, I believe they will do it too. And the name Scary and Icy is an anagram which spells out Clancy's dad.
I mean, I guess it does. Yeah. Yeah.
So there, I believe there's a lot of theories that your fans trying to speak out in comments on the videos and what else. Do you read their theories?
Yeah, I enjoy doing that. I like to see what the speculations are and what people are kind of taking from the information that's out there, and either making it their own or kind of really understanding what it is that we're doing. So I definitely do. I like to kind of stay tuned in to theories. I think it's great.
One day you guys are going to reveal all the mystery behind the Blurryface Trench and now it's Kevin and Ice.
I think eventually, yeah, and but at the same time, I think that I think people are revealing it for themselves, and have been, and I think that's been really fun for us to be able to create something, knowing that people are going to kind of understand it, when it's not a traditional, it's not done in a traditional way. I think that I think that we do try to be intentional about creating music that both has elements of it that people can really dig and find a lot in there, but that's not impossible to listen to on kind of a surface level, or that somebody who just flips to our song on the radio just won't understand at all. But I think that to not put a little bit extra into it would feel like a little bit of a waste of an opportunity. And so we really enjoy kind of trying to squeeze as much in as we can.
Makes me wonder if you guys are really fans of series like Lost and Dark.
I loved Lost. I that was one that I haven't watched Dark. Something I've heard of that and I need to watch it, but I started Lost a little bit late, and so I think I binged all of it until the last season, and then I watched the last season kind of week by week. But that was one, yeah, absolutely. I know what you're talking about, where you can get online and you can just kind of chat with people about theories on that show, and what does this mean? What's the smoke monster? What does that represent? So I always found that really, really fun and entertaining.
And talking about the art cover, it's a beautiful one. It was made by Brandon Reich, written by Walter Crane more than 100 years ago. The inspiration for the art cover, is that right? Is that what I read on the internet?
Oh, I don't even know.
But it's Trash the Dragon, the name of the dragon, right?
Trash is the name of the dragon, yeah.
And what means the dragon?
Well, I think the dragon in some ways kind of represents just the inspiration, especially when you're I think when we all are kind of a bit isolated and alone right now, kind of just holding on to something that you can find inspiration in, and pull from, and even if that's a small toy or something in your head, that kind of continually inspires you, or it could be whatever. Maybe there's a video online that you're really inspired by, and you continue to go and watch it and study it and perfect it. And I think that's really what that represents.
Nice, man. Always fun. Nice talking with you. I wish I had more time, Josh. Thanks so much, Josh. Appreciate it. Looking forward to see you guys in Brazil soon again.
Yeah, I can't wait to be back, and hopefully we can have a face-to-face interview again at some point.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
89, a Rádio Rock.